Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and just wanted to say happy holidays to you all as I'm checking in here on Christmas Eve. If you all celebrate, and Happy New Year. I appreciate you all tuning into the channel. But still plugging away in my second week of prep for nationals this year. I'm sitting, it's about 11 weeks out or so. I'd have to go back and count to be sure, but weights are definitely starting to get up there. So starting with day one here, I had safety bar pause squats. My prescribed sets were 4 sets of 4 with 595, and of course I upped my final set to 600 pounds just to get that 600. So I posted that as a short you may have seen earlier in the week. Feeling really good, and following up with this snatch grip RDL, also creeping up there in weight with 470 pounds. So as I've mentioned before, this day one definitely takes a toll on me, just as far as like upper back. Both pausing and safety bar squats are very posterior chain intensive, and then you add the wide grip deadlifts onto that, and it definitely fries me right off the start. But things are still moving well, so promising to see for sure. And then here we are, day two. This is my bench day. So we're still rolling with the Swiss bar bench and just kind of creeping things up 5 pounds at a time. So this is 380 pounds, which is a PR for a set of 4 with this bar. Had a 4x4 on that, and then also I believe it was 4 sets of 3 with the incline bench with that same Swiss bar. And last week I took a bit of a deload on the incline, bumped it back up this week to 325 pounds. Overall feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm at a plateau with the incline Swiss bar bench. It doesn't look as hard as it feels, but it's definitely a balance thing. So I might inch that up 5 pounds at a time if Bill keeps that rolling. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. And then here we are with day 4. Tempo deadlifts are definitely creeping up in weight too. I have been lazy and just keeping my lower heeled shoes on for the work on this day. I do need to switch into my deadlift shoes, so I'll start doing that this week. But the tempo work, still moving fast, but because of the slow eccentric, then it definitely takes a toll on my low back, especially a couple days after that day one that already takes its toll. And then as I've been just having some fun, I have the option with any sort of row variant I want, as long as it's in an RPE range. So I kind of capped off my barbell rows, still keeping it lighter, but with 315 pounds, I wanted to push it to an RPE 8 or so and just see how many reps I could do to kind of burn out the lats and low back at the end of this workout. And ended up getting 17 reps. As you'll see, I would call those fairly clean reps. And then at the end, you can tell I start to get fatigued and have to give a little bit more momentum. But the Latin low back pump that comes from something like this is definitely satisfying. Now, will I continue to do that every single week? Probably not, because fatigue wise I think it gets to me, but it's fun to be able to push something like a row and have a little fun with something different like that. So threw that in there. And then here we are on day 4. So this is actually the official first day of my winter break from school. That was yesterday, and I had top sets of squats at 755 pounds, 3 singles with that, which is the heaviest I've gone for multiple singles, which is a big deal. I did get 2 videos of that. I think I only have one in this individual video. I'll probably throw the other one up as a short if you're curious about that. But here we are, 725, moving pretty well. As we'll see here, I would call this probably opener speed or something like that. And then up to 755. Just to interject here, I actually had to go out and help one of my friends from the gym jump his car in between that 725 and this 755. So there was a little bit of an extensive break. I was interested to see how I was going to feel because I was outside, had my knee sleeves rolled down. We were jumping his car, and then I came back in, rolled him up. So definitely not the warmest, but as you'll see, this moved really well. And that kind of continued for the other reps with 755. I'm certainly happy with these, moving probably a little bit faster than even a second attempt would. So I think we're setting up, I mean, depending on how things go and how we play things, a 360 kilo or close to 800 pound squat maybe in the cards soon. So I don't want to speak too soon, but things are feeling good. So there we are, definitely with some authority. And moving on to bench. Now, bench has been interesting. So I'm supposed to work up to an RPE 9. And overall, I'm feeling strong with bench. But I did notice, so my bicep on my left side has just been a little sore. Not hurt for sure. And it doesn't like hurt me while I bench, but I was cognizant of it. And if you all have been following me for a few months, you may have heard me talk about this. But last year, I strained my bicep and I tore my delt last summer, the summer of, yes, that'd be 22. And it was benching that I strained my bicep. So I kind of get in my head anytime my bicep feels off on that side. And with it being so empty in the gym on a Saturday, I also didn't have access to spotters. So I went up to 455 here. And as you'll see, it moves really well. Definitely not an RPE 9. And I actually loaded up 465 and just thought better of it because my bicep was kind of in the back of my head. I had no spotter. So we just kind of survived to bench another day. I did have back downs at 440 pounds, so I hit those, no problem. And hopefully I can work that all out. I'll get some extra protein and maybe hit it with the massage gun and hopefully get that sorted. So kind of going with that because my bicep was just feeling a little weird. I used my SBD straps for my back down deadlifts. I have 4 sets of 2 with 685 pounds. At this point, to be quite honest, I was exhausted after the heavy squatting and heavy benching. But as you can see, still moving pretty well. So overall, we're marching forward. Solid week of training. I'm excited because I have a break this week from work. And who knows, maybe we'll hit some close to PR squats or at least gym PRs. So thank you all for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, happy lifting.